As we approach the third decade of exoplanet discoveries, scientists continue to make bizarre, fascinating discoveries that occasionally leave us with more questions than answers. Around an alien star, astronomers found a weird planet the size of Jupiter. The planet, designated TOI 2180b, is located 379 light-years from Earth. The exoplanet has a diameter similar to Jupiter's but is nearly 3 times as massive. The planet may have formed differently from Jupiter based on the difference in density. This planet's odd orbital period of 261 days, which is far longer than that of the majority of the far-off gas giants identified so far, making it distinctive. The planet's average temperature of 170 degrees Fahrenheit, which is surprisingly low, is another abnormality. In comparison to many other massive exoplanets, TOI 2180b is still relatively frigid even if it is warmer than Jupiter and Saturn. One of the largest exoplanets ever found, this hot, newly discovered super-Earth has a year that lasts barely half a day and is one of the most gigantic planets ever found. The planet was discovered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite and given the name TOI 1075b. Due to its closeness to its parent star, a tiny red-orange star around 200 light-years from Earth. It has a superheated surface with a temperature of about 1,922 degrees Fahrenheit. It is one of the most massive super-Earths, or rocky exoplanets larger than our own, and has a scorching atmosphere and a fast orbit that lasts only 14.5 hours. Super-Earths are fascinating to astronomers because, despite the absence of any in the solar system, it is believed that they are widespread throughout the Milky Way. Additionally, this year, 3 newly discovered exoplanets were revealed to be dangerously close to their dying stars. Because of their extreme locations, no one believed that these planets existed less than 10 years ago. The TOI 2337b, TOI 4329b, and TOI 2669b planets are gas giants with masses ranging from 0.5 to 1.7 times that of Jupiter. They orbit fading subgiant or giant stars on some of the shortest orbits ever found. For example, TOI 2337b's orbit will probably result in its star's eventual extinction in less than 1 million years, which is much sooner than that of any other planet. The metal barium, the heaviest element yet detected in an exoplanet's atmosphere, was found by astronomers in the sky of 2 intensely hot extraterrestrial worlds. The discovery may offer new information about the exoplanets known as hot Jupiters. It was made near the extremely hot gas giants WASP-76b and WASP-121b. These gas giants have a hot, starward dayside and a cool, starward nightside. With a dayside temperature of up to 4,350 Fahrenheit, WASP-76b is a particularly extreme example of a hot Jupiter. This level of heat is capable of vaporizing metals like iron. The iron rain then results from the liquefaction of this iron vapor when it is transported to the planet's cooler nightside. Barium is 2.5 times as heavy as iron, so even under these unusual conditions, researchers were still surprised to detect it. The perplexing part is, why is there such a heavy element in the higher layers of these planets' atmospheres? Instead of looking like the typical sphere, a strange new exoplanet looks like a football. The gravitational stretching caused by its parent star's gravity is what gives ultra-hot WASP-103b, which is more than 1,000 light-years away from Earth, its peculiar shape. This gas giant orbits its parent star in just 1 day, bringing it dangerously close to the star's radiation and powerful gravity. The enormous tides that occur on the planet are considerably stronger than the tides that the Moon causes on Earth. The researchers were able to determine how much the planet's shape was damaged by keeping track of it as it made multiple trips around its star. A team of astronomers from China have discovered the zodiacal light, a ghostly glow on 3 exoplanets that may harbor life. The newly discovered brightness could provide information about the appearance of these strange new worlds. Zodiacal light in Earth's skies is caused by sunlight reflecting off dust that covers the solar system, asteroids, and cometary debris. Kepler 69c, Kepler 1229b, and Kepler 395c are all categorized as super-Earths, or rocky exoplanets more massive than Earth, and were discovered by NASA's Kepler Satellite Telescope as 3 possible locations for zodiacal light to shine. The James Webb Space Telescope made the first finding of a weird extraterrestrial world buried in clouds of sand-like silicate granules. The discovery was made near a brown dwarf that was roughly 20 times as massive as Jupiter. Brown dwarfs are strange celestial bodies that are too large to be categorized as a planet, but not quite large enough to ignite into stars. VHS 1256b, a brown dwarf in the constellation Corvus, or the Crow, in the southern sky, orbits 2 tiny red dwarf stars at a distance of roughly 72 light-years from Earth. As of today, information from the James Webb Space Telescope has shown that VHS 1256b must be hidden by dense clouds made up primarily of silicate grains that resemble sand. In December, astronomers found 2 exoplanets with water that make up a significant portion of their mass. These worlds are unlike any planets in our solar system and are situated in a planetary system 218 light-years away in the constellation Lyra. This is unexpected considering that the majority of planets that are only marginally larger than Earth that have been thoroughly researched thus far all appeared to be rocky worlds similar to our own. The atmospheres of Kepler 138c and Kepler 138d are predicted to have thick, dense clouds of steam since their temperatures are likely over the water boiling point. We may discover many more water worlds when our tools and methods advance to the point where they can detect and study planets that are further from their stars.